So I've been like a kid in the candy store here, like I'm sure a lot of you are. It's been a phenomenal day. We have an awesome group of startups to introduce to you. So how this is gonna go, they're gonna all give a 3-minute presentation. And so for you, please just help to show them the love and also be looking for ways to engage with them, support, and even potentially invest. So I'm gonna keep a pretty tight timeline. I'd also like to give a shout out to Booz Allen for sponsoring this session. And with that, I think we'll get started. So to kick us off, we have Xavier Palomer with Psious. Round of applause.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Lara, for inviting us today. It's an honor to be here. We came yesterday from Spain, so excuse me if I'm a little bit jet lag. Well, my name is Xavier Palomer. I'm the CEO of Psious, the first virtual reality platform for mental health and behavioral professionals. A study suggests that 18% of the population suffer from anxiety-related disorders. 90% of these patients do not receive minimal adequate treatment. This market will represent $5 billion by 2020. In this context, and as you've seen today, virtual reality is a medically validated solution to address this problem. But it was expensive and difficult to use until Psious. We've been in the space for more than 3 years, and our mission is to enable clinicians to prescribe virtual reality treatments. We have Psious platform is an integrated solution, end-to-end, in the mental health ecosystem. We have started deploying our remote solution where patients can receive treatment at home, always under professional supervision. Today, we are addressing 4 market segments. Private practitioners with more than 700 mental health professionals using the tool. Large hospital networks with deployments in Europe. We have started working with insurance companies, exploring the reimbursement path, and beginning to work on the corporate segment. Additionally, we have 9 clinical trials ongoing, targeting different problems such as ADHD and pain distraction. Today, we have already helped more than 3,000 patients. This is what drives us, what keeps us going. Please join our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Xavier. And next we have Flora Nasri with Liberi. Flora?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Flora, and I'm representing the Liberi games. These games are exercise-based video games designed for children with cerebral palsy, which is the most common form of movement disorder in children. And in the United States, it affects about 500,000 children. We are addressing 3 specific needs of these kids with our games. Firstly, kids with cerebral palsy are at a high risk for declining motor function, especially if they do not get enough exercise. Our games address this problem by promoting exercise in a fun, game-based setting. In order to play our games, the kids have to pedal on a customized bike in order to navigate their character through the games. Secondly, kids with cerebral palsy do want to play action-based video games just like their peers, but they often can't due to the motor challenges they have and due to the complex actions and navigations required by the currently available games out there. And we are addressing this problem by using techniques in our games that level the playing field for these kids so that they can enjoy the games without getting penalized due to their motor function disability. And thirdly, we are promoting social interaction and connection by providing an online platform for these kids so that they can talk to one another while they're playing. In summary, Liberi Extra games are combine exercise and video games in a fun, socially engaging manner. And the next step for our company is to raise about $300,000 so that we can continue our game production. And in the future, we plan to expand to other patient populations. Thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you. Flora. Next, we have Miriam Monahan with Drive Focus. Give it up for Miriam.
Good afternoon. Is this on? Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Miriam Monahan. One of the most common statements drivers make after they've been involved in a motor vehicle crash is, I didn't see that vehicle coming. I don't know where it came from. 41% of all crashes in the United States are caused by something called recognition errors, where the driver doesn't recognize something critical in enough time to respond. Insurance companies pay out $357 billion each year because of recognition errors. We created Drive Focus, a cognitive training tool that uses interactive video to help reduce recognition errors. A soon-to-be-published university study found a statistically significant reduction in overall driving errors with improved visual search skills and improved reactions when teens used the Drive Focus app for just 6 hours. Drive Focus works a lot like a video game. There are hundreds of interactive elements embedded into the videos of drives that are filmed throughout North America. While the user watches the videos, they tap or click on important information, such as pedestrians and caution signs. Drive Focus is teaching them how to identify, prioritize, and react to critical information. Through word-of-mouth marketing only, Drive Focus averages 120 active users each month. This includes leading neurorehabilitation hospitals in the United States and Canada. In addition to this clinical interest, we have interest from 3 researchers from universities, as well as one from a children's hospital that have proposed studies for teens, individuals with autism, those that have had a stroke, and returning combat veterans. The available market for Drive Focus is $1.8 billion. This includes seniors, teens, individuals with cognitive challenges, and neurorehabilitation facilities. Drive Focus is a unique cognitive training tool in that it uses real video as opposed to animation or cartoons. This gives better face validity and better buy-in from the patients. We have 2 patents pending, one for the underlying interactive video technology and the other for the driving training method. We have self-funded $455,000 to date, and we had one early investor who contributed $75,000. We are seeking $750,000 in the form of a convertible note, which we will use those funds to improve marketing, as well as and we'll exit to auto insurance companies and neuro rehab. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Miriam. I made a special ringtone that had applause, but you couldn't really hear it. Next, we have Alex Aguiar with RecoverX. Give it up.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Aguiar, and I am the CEO and co-founder of RecoverX, and we are revolutionizing injury recovery. So I'm sure many of you have had an injury before at some point in your life, and we've had to deal with the hassles of ice or a gel pack, and let's be honest, it's terrible. You have it melting on your leg, you can't control the temperature, and it's just melting, so it's not portable. As a former professional soccer player, I have seen the best of the best for all of cold and hot therapy, and they still, to date, can give me what is just an ice pack. So what I thought of to solve this issue is what my engineers and I figured out. We have the world's first smartphone-controlled electric cold and heat pack. It can achieve optimum cold or hot therapy temperatures in under 30 seconds, And it has a rechargeable battery, which means that you can use this at any time and anywhere that you want. Not only that, but because it's controlled by a smartphone, we're able to track data to share it back to physical therapists and athletic trainers. We just finished the Highway 1 hardware accelerator, which was awesome. We launched a consumer beta, and now we're taking it to the next level. We just got invested and partnered with the 49ers, and our next beta will include committed the Lakers, the Rams, Duke, Cal Athletics, Stanford Athletics, as well as FC Dallas. We are raising our seed round right now. We're looking to raise $1 to $1.5 million. We've raised about $400K so far. And in terms of the team, my background, I have a background in exercise physiology. I was a former assistant director of sports medicine at UC Davis. And my co-founder, he has a background in electrical and computer science engineering. He has a biomedical engineering master's degree from Duke, and he's worked at Intuitive Surgical. We also have 3 part-time working in electrical engineering, thermodynamics, as well as product development. I'd love to show you the product afterwards, so please stop and check it out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. All right. Next, we have Sourabh Jain with RelaxVR. Give it up.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sourabh, and I'm co-founder and CEO of RelaxVR. And they've just taken that off. Okay. So a little bit about myself. I'm a consultant. I was previously worked at IBM as a consultant. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher by background. My co-founder, Eddie Cranswick, he's an innovation consultant based out of Sydney and a spatial engineer. We've created a virtual reality app that reduces stress and anxiety. It uses 360 videos of serene natural environments from around the world, beaches, mountains, rivers, proven guided meditations such as yoga nidra and other breath-based meditation techniques, and music to help people relax. The users get a headset, either a Google Cardboard, a Samsung Gear VR, or the Daydream. They put on the headset and are transported to a beautiful beach, a mountainside. They put on the meditation and they relax. We've had some good traction. We've been out for a year now on Google Cardboard, on iOS and Android. We're consistently in the top 100 health and fitness apps on Google Cardboard. Last month, we were the #1 paid health and fitness app on Android for about a week after releasing our Daydream app. On Gear VR, we've had over 165,000 downloads in about 4 months. This has all been achieved with almost no paid marketing, which goes to show some of the demand out there for relaxation VR experiences. We are a paid app on Google Cardboard and the Google Daydream, and we are freemium on the Gear VR. VR has been around for over 2 decades, and in the academic environment, there's been a lot of research to show its efficacy. There's been a large number of studies that show that VR-based interventions have more efficacy and more efficiency than many traditional stress reduction techniques, including cognitive behavioral techniques. We have a clinical psychologist on our team, and we will be conducting 2 studies in Spain starting next month to further validate RelaxVR. Having said that, we are also looking for partnerships with other universities to run further trials. We've been bootstrapping to date, and we are not currently raising. But as I mentioned, we are looking for further partnerships. And what I forgot to mention was that we are currently targeting the B2C space. We are also in talks with some big providers in the B2B space, particularly in the corporate wellness environment and hospitals. We'd love to show you the app afterwards. Come talk to me. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Great job. All right, thanks, Sourabh. Up next, we have Tal Ivankowski with Beam Riders. Give it up.
Hi, everyone. When CEOs were asked which skill they admire the most in their people, they said creativity. In fact, 60% of people polled by IBM cited creativity as the most important leadership quality. But according to a benchmark study conducted by Adobe, 75% of people think that they are not living up to their creative potential. So what is creativity? Creativity is the ability to think about an idea that is both novel and useful, while innovation is the implementation of that creativity. So look at the doodle here. What do you think it is? Any suggestions? Okay, so a creative title would be A Very Scared Ostrich or An Alien Crying for Help. Probably some of you thought about other ideas, and for some, no idea came to mind. Studies show that creativity can be learned, and with the right training, can be even enhanced. But let's face it, there are many guidebooks on the topic of creativity, but none provides a real training in order to enhance it. Beam's app is the world's first dedicated cross-platform to focus on creativity and innovation through fun games and quizzes. Our demo measures the initial creativity level, and based on the results, a set of mini-games is offered in order to boost creativity. Our next stage is to enrich our game collection and to provide a complementary neurofeedback training for an additive boost. In a fascinating TED Talk by Steven Johnson, he explains how the invention of flute led eventually to the invention of computer. Both were invented out of playfulness rather than necessity. And that's exactly what we are willing to do in Beam Riders, to provide a playful environment which will inspire the growth of future breakthroughs. So, if you were able to count how many times I use the term creativity, or if you're willing to enjoy a creative life and career, come to meet me. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Awesome. Next, we have, switch up with the speaker, Maryna Vermishian with Luciding. Please put your hands together.
Hi, I'm Maryna. First, you're riding a dragon and the forest rushes beneath you. Then you are on a boat with an exotic woman heading to a paradise island. Next, you are speaking to a long-dead relative and making a closure with a painful memories. And everything happens in a very, very vivid dream where you can take control of what you do. Does it really exist? Yes, this is called lucid dreaming. So, in lucid dream, you can control what you see while you are sleeping. And developing such skill is almost the same as developing a muscle. To give you an example of what to do to develop such skill, you can do a reality test, which lucid dreamers do a lot. So during the day, you'll do like 30 times checking the reality. Like, watch on your palm. And right now, try to push the fingers through your palm. In a dream, you would easily do this, but not in the reality. In a dream, you have to obey the rules. I mean, in the reality, you have to obey the rules. So that's why we created this device. So it has electrodes that measures with EEG, it measures your brain activity. And once you have the REM phase, which is a rapid eye movement phase, it stimulates you with transcranial direct current stimulation, which is a direct inducement of lucid dreams. So no training is interacted with this. This is the first working prototype, which we created like a year ago. And since then, more than 1,000 people tried this device. In 80% of the experiment, they had a positive effect, which means they could even slightly control the dream plot instead of just following it. Or they can be fully understand that this is a dream and take the full control of their dream. When we were experimenting and do research and development since 2014, we used advanced lucid dreamers, and they sleep in fMRI, so we understand how we calibrate our technology. While we are consciously sleeping, I believe that we develop a connection from a beautiful and colorful dream. We develop a connection with our wakeful life. So that's why it's important to sleep consciously. And I think that this can impact the people and their reality, make them happier, make them more creative, and help them solve critical social problems. So we are trying to spread information about lucid dreaming, and for that we want to start a Kickstarter campaign in this late April. And we don't have a booth here, but please come to me if you would like to learn more about lucid dreaming. Thank you so much.
All right. Up next, Deanna Terzian with Curriculaworks. Please. Thank you.
What do zombies and fluid intelligence have in common? Project Azrael. Think Call of Duty meets cognitive training. Project Azrael is a first-person shooter, zombie-themed video game cognitive trainer. 5 years ago, we were invited to participate in a consortium sponsored by the Office of Naval Research. We were tasked with the challenge of developing a cognitive trainer for demanding operational environments. Project Azrael is our answer to that challenge. Imagine hunting zombies in a dark, creepy street in a city, playing a game and not checking out mentally, but working out in a rigorous cognitive training program. For the past 50 years, zombies and first-person shooters have captivated the American imagination. 7 million people watch The Walking Dead. At the same time, our understanding of cognitive tools to support cognitive health, improve memory, and tackle conditions like Alzheimer's has grown significantly. What if all of these could be harnessed together? That is the journey that we have begun, and we've gotten significant results. Now, you have an opportunity to join us in the next stage of that journey. We are looking for the founding members of the Alpha team to join us in future research, development, and sales and marketing endeavors. If you're a researcher, there are opportunities for joint research projects. If you have a network that this can be marketed to, there are revenue sharing opportunities. I am passionate about this game because I have been in education for 30 years. Cognitive training promises to have a far-reaching impact on learners of all kinds. If you join the Alpha team today, you will receive our early access game for free. We've just been greenlit on Steam and we'll be releasing our game shortly. So how do you join the Alpha team? Take out your phone, go to joinpa.com, that's joinpa.com, and give us your contact information. We are looking for partners of all kinds: investors, JV partners, researchers, gamers, contributors, and fans. Joinpa.com. Join us. Not only will you get to improve your fluid intelligence, but did I mention you get to shoot zombies? Project Azrael Bulletproof Brain Training. Join us. Look for my team in the jackets. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Deanna. Good. Project Azrael. That's fun. All right, up next, Tony Simon with Cognivive. Give it up.
Thanks for inviting Cognivive. Did you know there are millions of people, like the kids in my research studies, who struggle because they can't do math, tell time, or find their way around? Or like the TBI patient, once an engineer, who now tells me she feels unsafe just crossing the street? Or like all our older relatives at risk of increased crashes or dangerous falls? So why is this? Because brain changes due to genetic disorders, injury, or healthy aging impair these people's thinking about all kinds of quantities involving space and time. Right now, there are no treatments targeted specifically at these challenges. But when I saw years ago evidence showing that frequent action video game play enhances precisely these spatial and temporal abilities, I thought action gaming must contain some kind of active compound. And if I can figure out what that is, I can make digital medicines to help millions of people worldwide. At Cognivive, we're developing AR extensible, patent-pending treatment prototypes that combine clinical and cognitive research findings. Our first builds were created with Phenomena, Robin Huneke's game studio across the street, and our developer is still the same expert who's created all of our builds. Cognivive's treatments are unlike other brain training products because they're completely evidence-based and played and enjoyed like real video games. We like to say we're building digital medicines that people will want to take. Essentially, these folks are missing information in their cognitive processes, so it's like they're measuring things in 4-megapixel digital images while we have high-resolution mental representations of the world. So we've built 2 prototypes and on the $150,000 that we raised, and 2 small trials have showed us that we can generate targeted and lasting cognitive change. We are seeking $1 million to build our beta launch product, and that will test efficacy and acceptance of the product. Our first sales will be to parents of kids with genetic disorders, and then to the large senior market with insurance and provider payers who can save over $600 million a year with just 2% of those preventions of falls and crashes. 2% penetration into those US markets would generate $2.25 and $76.5 million revenue respectively. So we at Cognivive invite you to invest in helping us turn our prototypes into real digital medicines that people will want to take. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. All right, now we have Tony Bevilacqua with CognitiveVR. Put your hands together. Thanks.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bevilacqua, founder and CEO of CognitiveVR. I appreciate you not mangling my name, that's fantastic. We're building an analytics platform for the next generation of content that's built in 3D space, content in which the users have agency to move through that space and engage in that space and ultimately contribute to its outcome. Our tools are entirely focused on externalizing 3D environments and putting them into WebGL, making that environment available to researchers and other stakeholders that are interested in understanding what's going on in a variety of different 3D environments that are typically empowered by VR, augmented reality, and mixed reality experiences. Our platform, called Scene Explorer, provides us the capabilities to visualize what's going on inside of 3D spaces and make that available to our customers. With Scene Explorer, we have the capacity to visualize, just like Google Street View, the ability to navigate through a 3D space, how that customer moved through that 3D space, and the different types of data that was collected through that experience. And that data typically looks like positional head tracking, retinal data if that happens to be available, the user's physical location within space as well as their virtual location within space. A variety of other elements as well, like ingested sensor data, the usage of hand controllers, hand positions, articulation of fingers, those types of things. In terms of how we take this product to market today, we're focused primarily on the enterprise use cases. We're working with automotive manufacturers to help them in the product design process, understanding how consumers are interacting with unbuilt products. We help people in the retail use case as well, understanding store environments, product placement within those stores. And our tool can plug into any Unity or Unreal application and feed that data automatically into the platform. Our tool is being used by over 170 up here. Actually, about 200 companies so far have given us different types of feedback and insights into what we're doing. We have executed 4 different enterprise level evaluation agreements so far, and we're in the process of taking this product to market. We're 6 full-time people based in Vancouver, BC, raising $2 million as we continue to commercialize our product and take it to market. It's a little bit hard to understand what we do without visuals, but if you're willing to take a demo from me, come see me after the pitch and I'll walk you through it. Thank you.
All right, 2 more. Next up, we have Brian Hoskins with Ario. Give it up.
Hi, I'm Brian Hoskins. I'm founder and CEO of Ario, and we are building the world's first smart lighting system that learns about you and improves sleep and health. We're based on over 15 years of scientific research at Harvard Medical School and NASA about how natural light patterns affect our physiology. Today's artificial lights are static, giving us the wrong signals at the wrong time of day. Ario is the only product on market that can automatically adjust light direction, color, and intensity personalized to the individual without them having to do anything. This is something that's never been done before. Now, we are a B2B focused company. We're working already with some of the world's largest brands, including Hyatt Hotels, Two Roads Hospitality, 21C, Princeton University, Vanderbilt University, WashU, and many more. We do have a business model that's both monthly recurring revenue as well as hardware. We're doing our first install this week at Stanford Business School. We're going to be outfitting all the business school dorm rooms. Now, in terms of the team, I have over 15 years of technology product management and business development experience. I actually founded the company with my neighbor of 12 years. He's been building health, technology, and lighting products for over 40 years and is an expert in the space. We believe that the indoor lights today should be just like what we get outdoors to restore nature's balance. We're going to disrupt this industry, and we'd love to talk more. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you, Brian. All right, last but not least, we have Eran Seger with EyeMind. Give it up again.
Hi, I'm Eran Seger. I'm CEO and co-founder of EyeMind, a new brain tech venture aiming to improve ADHD diagnostics using VR. ADHD is the most common mental condition in children worldwide. In the US alone, over 7 million children are diagnosed with ADHD, and more than 1.5 million additional children are tested yearly. The problem is that many of them are misdiagnosed or mistreated due to insufficient diagnosis and monitoring tools. These are inaccurate and outdated. This does not only affect the children themselves, but also has a vast impact on society, costing tens of billions of dollars to society in the US alone. Some companies are trying to tackle this problem using new technologies, but these are still costly and with low compliance for young children. Doctors are still looking for the right tool to make a real difference. I want to introduce you EyeMind, world's first VR-based diagnosis tool for ADHD. EyeMind became possible due to affordable VR technologies from the emerging gaming industries that include embedded eye tracking sensors. EyeMind creates a controlled VR environment inside the clinic walls. The scenes can vary between ages. It can be a fun game for a 4-year-old or a math lesson for a 10-year-old. We bring real life into the clinic walls. During the projection, we record and sample eye movements using the embedded sensor. We then extract many different features from high-level fixation to micro fluctuations of the pupil, features that were proven to be correlated with the cognitive state of attention. These features are then analyzed using a novel classification algorithm we have created to give the doctor a highly accurate report of the specific ADHD condition of the patient. We have created an affordable, highly accurate diagnosis tool that fits children of all ages. In the future, we plan to use this platform to tackle other cognitive states, such as autism. Besides the social benefit of this platform, we also have a good business opportunity. We plan to tackle thousands of ADHD clinics, offering an attractive pay-per-test model. Our company is an early-stage startup composed of very strong technical engineers, multidisciplinary engineers. Together with ADHD expert, head of ADHD Association, Dr. Iris Manor, we make a highly capable team, both medically and technologically. Our goal is to make a better solution for both doctors and patients. We have the passion, we have the technologies, and we have the expertise to make that happen. Thank you very much.
All right, well, that's our showcase. I think it's awesome that we could have entrepreneurs at the very earliest stage of this field. And so I know we're going to a break now, so hopefully you all get a chance to interact with them and continue the conversation. And thank you so much.